In the year 1054, supernova SN 1054, is seen by Song dynasty, Arab, near the star Zeta Tauri. Zeta Tauri is a binary star in the zodiac constellation of Taurus, the bull. SN 1054 is a supernova that was first observed on July 4, 1054, and remained visible for around 2 years. The event was recorded in Chinese astronomy, and references to it are also found in a later 13th century Japanese document, and in a document from the Arab world. The remnant of SN 1054, which consists of debris ejected during the explosion, is known as the Crab Nebula. In the year 1803, the Louisiana Purchase is announced to the U.S. people. It was the acquisition of the territory of Louisiana by the United States from France in 1803. In return for $15 million, or approximately $18 per square mile, the United States nominally acquired a total of 828,000 square miles, 2,140,000 square kilometers, 530 million acres. However, France only controlled a small fraction of this area, with most of it inhabited by Native Americans. For the majority of the area, what the United States bought was the preemptive right to obtain Native American lands by treaty or by conquest, to the exclusion of other colonial powers. The total cost of all subsequent treaties and financial settlements over the land has been estimated to be around $2.6 billion. In the year 1837, Grand Junction Railway, the world's first long-distance railway, opens between Birmingham and Liverpool. In the year 1862, Lewis Carroll tells Alice Liddell a story that would grow into Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and its sequels. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland is an 1865 novel written by English author Lewis Carroll. It tells of a young girl named Alice, who falls through a rabbit hole into a subterranean fantasy world populated by peculiar, anthropomorphic creatures. Alice Pleasance Hargreaves was, in her childhood, an acquaintance and photography subject of Lewis Carroll. One of the stories he told her during a boating trip became the children's classic 1865 novel Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. She shared her name with Alice, the heroine of the story, but scholars disagree about the extent to which the character was based upon her. In the year 1934, Leo Szilard patents the chain reaction design that would later be used in the atomic bomb. Leo Szilard was a Hungarian-German-American physicist and inventor. He conceived the nuclear chain reaction in 1933, patented the idea of a nuclear fission reactor in 1934, and in late 1939 wrote the letter for Albert Einstein's signature that resulted in the Manhattan Project that built the atomic bomb. According to George Marx, he was one of the Hungarian scientists known as the Martians. In the year 1946, after 381 years of near-continuous colonial rule by various powers, the Philippines attains full independence from the United States. In the year 1951, William Shockley announces the invention of the junction transistor. William Bradford Shockley, Jr., February 13, 1910, August 12, 1989, was an American physicist and inventor. Shockley was the manager of a research group at Bell Labs that included John Bardeen and Walter Brattain. The three scientists were jointly awarded the 1956 Nobel Prize in Physics for their researches on semiconductors and their discovery of the transistor effect. In the year 1982, 3 Iranian diplomats and a journalist are kidnapped in Lebanon by Phalange forces, and their fate remains unknown. They were stopped at a checkpoint in northern Lebanon by Lebanese Phalange forces commanded by Samir Gia. Speculation about their fate has circulated since their abduction. Iranian officials believe that they were handed over to Israel after they were kidnapped and are still alive and being held in Israeli territory. Israel said that the diplomats were captured by militia under Eli Hobika. The Israeli newspaper Haaretz said that the diplomats were believed to be executed by Phalange shortly after their abduction. Gia as well as Hobika's bodyguard Robert Hatem also said that they were executed while under the Phalange's custody. In the year 1997, NASA's Pathfinder space probe lands on the surface of Mars. In the year 1998, Japan launches the Nozomi probe to Mars, joining the United States and Russia as a space-exploring nation. In the year 2001, Vladivostok Air Flight 352 crashes on approach to Irkutsk Airport, killing all 145 people on board. Vladivostok Air Flight 352 was a scheduled passenger flight from Yekaterinburg, Russia to Vladivostok via Irkutsk. On July 4, 2001, the plane operating the flight, a Tupolev Tu-154M with tail number RA-85845, lost control, stalled, and crashed while approaching Irkutsk Airport. All 136 passengers and 9 flight crew members aboard perished, making it the third deadliest aircraft crash over Russian territory to date after Aeroflot Flight 3352 and Aeroflot Flight 217. At the time, it was the fifth deadliest accident involving a Tupolev Tu-154. It is currently the seventh deadliest. In the year 2004, Greece beats Portugal in the UEFA Euro 2004 final and becomes European champion for first time in its history. In the year 2005, the Deep Impact Collider hits the comet Tempel 1. Deep Impact was a NASA space probe launched from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station on January 12, 2005. It was designed to study the interior composition of the comet Tempel 1, by releasing an impactor into the comet. At 5:52 UTC on July 4, 2005, the impactor successfully collided with the comet's nucleus. The impact excavated debris from the interior of the nucleus, forming an impact crater. Photographs taken by the spacecraft showed the comet to be more dusty and less icy than had been expected. The impact generated an unexpectedly large and bright dust cloud, obscuring the view of the impact crater. In the year 2009, the Statue of Liberty's crown reopens to the public after 8 years of closure due to security concerns following the September 11 attacks. The year 2015, Chile claims its first title in international soccer by defeating Argentina in the 2015 Copa America final.